My name is Nina Compton. I am the chef owner of Compton in New Orleans. I never really saw myself as a woman in the restaurant industry. I just saw myself as a cook. You know, I think a lot of people, there is a lot of macho-ness and male domination in the restaurant field, and it's tough. You know, and I think it's you have to be tougher than the guys. You have to be stronger, faster, better. You can't show any sign of weakness because it is a very tough industry. You're working 14-hour days. You don't see your family. You don't see your friends. You don't really have a life. So those things really weigh down on people, and it's really hard to be the strong person. I think the biggest struggle is having confidence in yourself. I think there's a lot of times you feel defeated, you feel broken down, you feel like you can't go through the day, and you have to push through. And I think that's the biggest thing, is kind of being your own cheerleader of, okay, I can do it, let's just get through today, and then tomorrow's a new day. I think that's the biggest struggle, is really just pumping yourself up. My cooking now is a reflection of my journey through life. You know, being from the Caribbean and living in Miami, living in New York as well, and now living here, that is pretty much a melting pot of the journey and the chefs I worked for. My grandmother and my mom, you know, these were two women I watched, you know, growing up in the kitchen every day, making meals for us. You know, my mom we never had sandwiches for lunch. It was always like, you know, baked meat pies or something fun, but it was all handmade. You know, there was a lot of thought into just making a meal when we went to school. And I started cooking at home with my family, and it was a lot of fun, and I wanted to have a really good comfort level in anything I wanted to do. I wanted to be happy, and that's where I found happiness, was in cooking. Living in New Orleans, it made me understand that you really have to have a good foundation and a basis for anything that you make, because the food here it seems very simple, but it's very complicated. And people take a lot of pride in cooking here, and it's generations of grandmother's recipes and cooking and everything else that is basically in the food. And it's something that I tend to respect a little bit more, because it is very thoughtful cooking here. I think the most important thing when it comes to cooking is really understanding the thoughtfulness. I think people need to appreciate cooking for what it is. It's you on a plate. And I think a lot of people forget that, because you know, my cooks take a lot of pride in when they cook something. If somebody doesn't like something, they're like, oh my gosh, why didn't they like it? Because we try as chefs to make everybody happy. And when somebody's happy, it's the best feeling. Like somebody saying, oh my God, I had the curry goat. It's the best thing I ever had in my life. So those are things that I tell my cooks as they're making something, that you're making a moment for somebody.